Hi, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw the Machinist from Black to Fall that I play on Nintendo Switch. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, you may not know this game. You should, but it's not Fortnite. You know, it's not the fighting games that everybody likes and stuff like that. It's a puzzle game. I love puzzle games where you got to solve something to get someplace else, that kind of thing. So it may not be up everybody's alley, but I always say this when it comes to drawings like this is, why not try something different? You know, try practicing a different kind of character. It doesn't always have to be superheroes or Fortnites. I'm not saying that like an old man, like I don't understand Fortnite. I'm trying to say like they are knights, K-N-I. You know, I'm trying to be funny. Too late, right? But you know, it helps to sometimes break it up and do something different, because every now and then you're going to be called to do something different. And someone may want something, it's like, well, can you draw just a guy with a backpack? And you know what I mean? So it may seem boring or, you know, not exactly what you want, but if you are going to be an artist that gets paid to do something, sometimes you're going to have to do jobs that aren't exciting but pay the bills. So someone, let's say this, let's take this for example. Let's say you want to get into video game design, and it's not always going to be you know, let's design Fortnite characters and stuff like that. You know, sometimes it's environments, it's things like that. Sometimes it's nothing exciting, but it may be exciting to you. Like I had a friend when I went to design school, who we all started off to be 3D modelers. We all went into the gaming industry, right? We all wanted to make video games and that kind of stuff. And they kind of introduced us to a whole bunch of different things, and it's great because that put a whole bunch of different experiences at my fingertips. And so that's what helped me with making videos and stuff like that. I got to experience how to do certain things. And so when they let us try everything, like a whole bunch of different things. And when we did visual effects, we started messing around with After Effects and stuff like that. A light just went off for my friend, and he was like, this is it. This is what I want to do forever. I don't want to do video games or stuff like that. I want to do visual effects. And that's how it is. Sometimes that's you find what you like, you go in that direction kind of thing, you know? And so sometimes stuff like this might be exciting for you. It might be, yeah, this is awesome. I get to design this guy and he's just wearing this pack and who knows what else, you know? But sometimes it might not be that exciting. So it helps to have stuff like this under your belt, because why not, you know? It's kind of like saying, you know, I draw stick figure men all day long, and then when someone says, well, I need you to draw a man with muscles, and you can't do it, like, ooh, that's not quite what I do. Well, why not? You know, practice, try something new, try something different, and see where it takes you. So that's my idea behind this guy. I love this video game. I love puzzle games in general, right? But it's so crazy and so different that that's what I like about it, you know? I can't really explain it because there is no... I can't make you like the things I like, right? I just know that what I like. So all I can say is I like playing this game, and this is fun for me. So, you know, maybe try something different. Let's try a different guy, and let's see what it looks like if you were to draw the Machinist. Right? Awesome. That's a quick sketch. That was a quick sketch. I didn't have to ramble too much, and I'm ready to go. So what I'm going to do is erase some of these sketch lines, because basically the first few lines I was putting down, those were placement lines. I was trying to figure out where I was going to go, that kind of thing. And once I figured it out and got more confident, I pressed harder. Hence, those are confidence lines. So what I'm doing now is I'm erasing the sketch lines, because those will just barely erase and they'll disappear. But the confidence lines need a little bit more pressure, and I'm not applying enough pressure to kill the confidence, just enough to get rid of the sketchiness. And that's how you live your life. Get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence. That's all I can say. You will go far and do many things. All right, I think I'm ready. I can see enough where we're going to go. So I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. I've already explained the entire thing, so I'm just going to jump right in with the Sharpie pen. But if you do want to see more Nintendo Switch games that I play, go check out that playlist there, or just check out the playlist in general, because I do so many things. I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So he's wearing goggles, so I'm just going to start off with some big old circular goggles. They're not perfect circles, they're just circular, round, right? Something like that. I'm going to go ahead and draw an edge to them. We're going to say that's, that's how he's wearing them. Obviously, they're connected by something. They're not glued to his eyeballs, right? And then you can see a bit of his nose, like that. We'll go ahead and draw a little bit of a line down the center, just a little bit. I don't normally like drawing all those lines because it's such a smooth contour that it's not a hard edge. It's not. There's no need for a hard Sharpie line. Alright, and the other weird thing about this sketch that I'm doing, or drawing that I'm doing, you don't really see this guy. And that's why I'm so intrigued. That's why I was like, oh, I want to draw him. There's just something strange about him that, let's just see what we can do here. Let's bring him to life, is what I'm trying to say. Alright. But usually it's because I play these games. That's why I get excited. That's why I want to draw them. Okay, so let's draw his hat. Look at the flaps kind of hanging down like this. And I'm also going to start to thicken up my lines, because when I switch over to this Sharpie right here, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. And I'm trying to match where that's going to go. You don't have to if you're working with pencil. You do what you want. I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. So I'm getting like the fuzzy hat, the front fuzz. And then I'd bring the other strap down like this. Or flap, it's not really a strap, sorry. Bring it back up to the top of his head and bring it around. Again, for the top of his head. And remember, you don't have to thicken it up like I'm doing. I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. And now that I have this edge, I can go ahead and connect this. A lot of times I'll stop before I get there because I don't want to draw through something on accident, A nice plan will get you through a good drawing. No plan might still work. I'm not going to say it won't. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie now. Alright, so he's got his little turtleneck on, so I'm going to bring his neck down just a little bit. Then just draw the turtleneck. Something like this. The flaps are kind of in the way, and his coat is folded up a little bit. I want to do this. With the turtleneck, just kind of roll it up like that. And his coat is kind of up a little bit, but you can't really see it because of the flaps, so I'm just going to kind of bring it through here like this and do that. Okay, and bring it down. And we're going to say that, obviously it's open around his shirt like that, so I'm going to open it just a little bit. Sometimes the Sharpie is a little too bulky. It's called Sharpie, but there's nothing sharp about it, right? so I just like to clean it up a little bit with this extra Sharpie. It helps for accents, but it also helps to clean up. So the light that he has on his back, I'm putting a little like backpack strap on it. Again, there's not a lot of detail about the character, but I'm kind of making my own. So this strap is going to go around his shoulders like a backpack, like I said. That. The other one is going to be covered by his chest just a little bit, because it's kind of, he's slightly turned. But also, see how thick the Sharpie is? You see what I'm talking about? The thick versus thin? That's why I want to kind of match what this was about to do. And that's what I was talking about when I said I wanted to thicken that up. I know I kind of left a lot open right there, but now that I see it, again, me personally, I just like to thicken it up like this. You do what makes you happy. This makes me happy. Alright, it's not exact, but it's close, right? Okay, so this one, you can see this much over here like that, and the light is pretty much just a line going up, so I'm just going to do this, back behind his head, coming up like this. But I did it off to the side rather than straight up the middle, so it doesn't look like it's coming out of his head. I tried to at least, you know, plan a little bit of placement, because sometimes if you plan a good placement, it'll look good, and you won't regret it afterwards. Well, you may not regret it. You might. Because it's a light, you know how I like to do lightsabers. We're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to kind of draw and pick up. Draw and pick up. Just kind of create an edge, because it's glowing light. It's not a hard edge, you know? So there, it doesn't look like a hard edge. It looks like it's emitting light. Then when I color it, you'll see a little bit more of it's going to stand out. Let's do a little bit of something. We'll say like a strap. You know, somehow it's connected to. The strap isn't just, you know, a solid piece. Somehow it's connected to his to itself, right? That's not one piece. That's two pieces, is what we'll say. And this is just kind of a way of breaking it up. You know, just kind of mixing it up and adding a little bit of breaking up the negative space. So same thing here. Let's add a little bit of creases and folds to his suit. But I'm jumping ahead. I need to get to his hand. So I've got him kind of in a not a jaunty position, but a strange position that he's kind of, I want to say excited or startled. That's just the best way I can describe how I feel this pose is. You know, it's him, you know, in not really an action pose because it's not an action game, but it's not really a stoic pose, you know? There, I'm just adding some lines to his jacket, like, again, to break up the negative space, but again, just to show that it's his movement is bending the material. It's not armor, it's not guns that have a hard edge, it's flexible material. That's what I like. Alright, so this arm's out. This one's kind of down, and from the elbow out is all you can really see. So that's what I meant by it's a little more dramatic, a little more... That's why I said jaunty. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a little more expressive. How's that? Because again, the arm is by his side, but kind of shooting out, kind of protected by, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. All right, the hands are just going to be out. Nothing too crazy. Pretty much doing this kind of thing. Came out a little fatter there than I expected. That's okay. That is okay. There we go. Alright, same thing over here, doing almost the exact same thing, but out more. Again, just to make it more expressive, a little more jumpy, you know? And that's also the other nice thing, is just practice in material, cloth, and expressive poses. There you go. That's what I'll tell myself. Again, more creases and folds for the cloth. Alright, pretty much the hand kind of doing the same thing, but just, you know, a little different with the fingers. Watch this. Let's see if we can do this. So, there's a thumb. Back into the finger. This one, I'm going to do, okay, so the middle finger's bent in, like this, but I'm going to do almost like this, right? So it's going to be a little strange, a little different. So the pinky is going to be out. And you can't really see the other finger because we're going to say it's behind that middle finger. So we're only drawing 3, but again, it's going to be behind it like that. You can't see the ring finger because of the way it is. So we're kind of doing this. Gotcha? Gotcha. Got it? Gotcha? You gotcha? I wonder what the subtitles are going to put for that one. Gotcha? Alright. Let's do some pants. Again, very simple costume. It's just, you know, I assume they kept it simple because less to animate, easier to animate, that kind of thing. It's more about the puzzles of the game than the design. But still, just something about it for me. It's just like, this is fun. I like simple because we don't ever draw this. You know, we never draw just a guy in a coat, that kind of thing, you know? Okay, let me add a little bit of lines just for some detail, just to add a little bit of movement and flow, right? Again, I don't like to draw through the coat, but I like to add creases and folds just to show the material is bendable. You know, not too many. That line probably is not necessary, but you know, I just like to show that it's ready to move. Something like that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is the Machinist from Black to Fall.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.